Meditations by the lake. Meditations by the lake. Today I took about a 30-minute bike ride from my apartment and ended up here. This beautiful location. And so uh, today I'm meditating on the quote, do your part. Today I'm meditating on the quote, do your part. And do your part, it means that you have to show up and you have to put in work to get to where you want to be. And you'll get some help along the way from people. You'll get some help from God. You'll get some help from, um, you know, from nature, right? From animals, and you'll get some help along the way. But bottom line is you have to do your part. You have to show up. You have to be consistent, and you have to know that the decisions that you make matter. And when you know that, it's not to be hard on yourself. It's just to be real with yourself and to be aware of the patterns that you may have that are not serving you. And the cool thing is, growth in this looks like being able to acknowledge with self-awareness where your weak points are, and then to be able to identify the patterns of the weak spots. What do you do before you fall into temptation, or before you fall into your weakness? What do you do after? What do you do during? And then you can just work on each one of those. You can work on what you did before and try to do something differently, replace a habit. You can work on what you do during your weakness, and then you can work on what you do after. What does your reconciliation process look like with yourself? How do you show yourself grace? Do you beat yourself up and the next day you're just down bad? Or do you wake up with encouragement? You wake up with grace for yourself. You wake up with a sensitive heart, but still, loving yourself? Or do you wake up and beat yourself up and you're mad the whole day, which leads you to go back and fall into that trap again? And so I'm super aware that there are many people that are just struggling with certain things, whether it be addictions, whether it be eating, whether it be people in relationships. There's just so much stimulation in the world, and it's really difficult to be at a place of consistent peace and understanding and just righteousness. And you can go to places that bring you peace, and that helps a lot. Taking the time to go to a park, taking the time to go and sit by water like I'm doing right now, taking time to just go and sit and meditate in your room, in your bed, on your couch. Having those quiet moments are really helpful, and they do bring you peace. But then at some point, you're going to have to go and face reality and have all the escapes you want. Whether that be exercise too, and they can be healthy escapes. But you know that you have to face reality. You have to face your issues, your troubles, your trials, your tribulations, and they're going to happen. It's natural. It's a part of just growing as a human being and being able to develop it and mold your mind and grow in your spirituality, grow in your physical body. Right? It's just a journey of growth. But awareness is so important. I always say awareness is the first step to change, because if you're not aware of something, you don't know that you need to change it. Like if you're not aware that the speed limit is 90 miles per hour, then how can you expect to go the speed limit? Right? If you don't know that you're speeding, how can you expect to slow down? You know what I mean? And so it's very important to just have that self-awareness. And I believe that self-awareness comes from times like what I'm doing right now, just like sitting by the lake. And it doesn't have to be extreme to where, you move to a whole country like I'm your friends right now. But your journey towards healing and towards growth, it will take you to places. It will take you to places that you may not even know exist right now where you are. Right? And that's the beautiful thing about intentionally growing, intentionally taking a leap of faith, and doing things that scare you, doing things that are not normal to society, doing things that people in your family may not see the reason for, or may not think it's a good idea. If you feel in your heart that there's a place that is calling you, then you owe it to yourself to see why. And that's a part of that self discovery journey. And it's so possible. It's so possible for you to explore the world, travel the world, see new places, go on new experiences. It's so possible, and it's necessary as well. And so it really helps when you just have people that support you on this journey. We have people that are living abroad in different countries, who even have the desire to, think about it, dream about it. There's opportunity to create a collective energy and a collective intention when you gather people with the same intentions and the same curiosities, the same desires. There's power in that, because like I mentioned in a previous video, that energy compounds, meaning collective energy is stronger than just a singular person's energy. And so that's why community is so important, and it's why I built the Pack It Up group, and why I'm growing the Pack It Up group. In the descriptions the link is in the description for the Pack It Up group. But it's still new. At some point this will be a paid group, because I think it's important that you do invest in yourself, and paying for access is a great investment, especially if you're paying for yourself to get access to information, people, opportunities. That's worth it, right? And I know there's value in that. So right now you can just invest your time and pay with your energy, but I don't know when you may see this, but you have to invest monetarily, which is still okay. So that's just what I'm meditating on today, is do your part. A lot of times you just have to show up and do your part and be real about it. That's my meditation for today. I'll see you on the next one. Make sure you like and subscribe and share this. Peace and love.